How's it going, everyone? As I'm recording this video, it is the early hours of October the 10th, and as I look out of my window right now, the sky is still fairly dark, but I wanted to get this video up because if you are even remotely interested in any of the PlayStation 5 Digital Edition items, this is going to be the day that you need to be mindful of. I am on Amazon's official website, and it says currently unavailable right now for the PS5 Digital Edition as well as the PS5 Pro console. Yes, they will have that in stock as well. But by the time you guys are watching this video, we are probably getting close to both of these consoles going live, or the consoles are already live. They're scheduled to go live 7 a.m. Pacific time, 10 a.m. Eastern, and in fact, our friends at Target have already put the PS5 Digital Anniversary Edition in stock for pre-order, and, by the time you guys are watching this video, I don't know if it's going to be in stock, so things might fluctuate constantly. And I am fairly certain that all of the other items are going to come back in stock as well, outside of the 30th Anniversary Edition console. Like, it's GG no re as far as us ever getting that console, and it will be interesting to follow scalper prices. And I do say, GG no re for us getting that console, unless you do want to pay the outrageous scalper prices, which, I would prefer you guys to, first of all, not support that kind of practice, scalping becoming so prevalent in today's gaming and just world, and also, I would prefer you guys to pay for your mortgage, pay for your children, pay for maybe your college loans. There's a lot of things that the $4,000 or $5,000 can go towards that are more beneficial to you long-term than a PlayStation 5 30th anniversary console. Like, I'm just being honest with you. Unless you have FU money, I would say pick up the digital edition, if anything. Now, the digital edition console is still a console that is being scalped to the high heavens over on eBay and these various second-party sellers. The console itself goes for $500. However, if you do go on eBay, you're looking at an $1,100 price tag. And, nobody's trying to pay $1,100. And it's a case of these items are going for so much money. The digital edition 30th anniversary bundle, like even outside of the Pro console, everybody knew that was going to be expensive. I did not expect all the other items to, first of all, go out of stock so quickly, and second of all, get jacked up in price so quickly, and people paying the price points. What the thing about eBay is, there's one thing about the price points being listed. Yeah, there's a PS5 Pro 30th anniversary console that's listed at $50,000. Who cares? What you have to look at is the completed listings, and that is the price point that people are legitimately buying these consoles, these accessories at. And you're talking about the 30th anniversary console going for $1,100 to $1,200, $900 at the cheapest is what I saw. You're talking about the DualSense controller going for like $200. You're talking about PlayStation Portal, I believe, going for $350 to $400. Generally speaking, all of the items outside of the Pro are 2x in value, and some even more than that. Like, that is insane. And again, I've talked about Sony's lack of actual, doing something to mitigate scalpers, and they're doing that in Japan for the 30th anniversary console. Why is that happening in Japan and not here? I will never understand. But as I mentioned, 7 a.m. Pacific time, 10 a.m. Eastern is when both the 30th anniversary limited edition bundle and the PlayStation 5 Pro console will be going live on Amazon. Now, if you hop on over to Target, you'll see that they've got the pre-order for the PlayStation 5 Digital Console 30th Anniversary Limited Edition live right now. Yes, you could pre-order it as I am recording this video, so, take that for what you will. Again, by the time you guys are actually watching this video, I highly doubt that this will be in stock, but it would be great if it does remain in stock, because if it does, that is clarification that these scalper prices are finna plummet, because once all of the other outlets get the access to sell the digital console 30th anniversary, we'll actually have a general idea on how many units of these are made, because while there is a lot of hype and conundrum around the Pro 30th anniversary and the 12,300 units, while we do know that this is a limited edition run of a console, we don't know actually how limited it is, and is this going to be a case where it's just going to be generally available in stores? I don't know. Like, I just don't know if the console like this is going to be available in stores. They weren't clarifying that, and that is something that I really have issue with, not to go on a tangent about Sony, but, and this isn't just relevant to Sony, but be a little bit transparent. What is this console for? What is this accessory line of items for? The 30th anniversary limited edition items are supposed to be a celebration of PlayStation. Who is buying these accessories and consoles outside of the scalpers that are going to be celebrating PlayStation? You're talking about people are buying these items that have been your core audience for years and years. Legitimately, some of them bought the PlayStation 1 day one when it came out 30 years ago, and you can't do them a solid and be like, hey, this is what's going on, this is how many units are available, this is how you can get easy access to it. We just get none of that. They just say, oh, there's going to be 12,300 units manufactured, and some people might say, oh, it's to create the illusion of that it's a hotter brand than they are, and it's an illusion to create an item that seems like it's so desired, it's all controlled. What does that accomplish at the end of the day? In the grand scheme of things, the people that are after these items in comparison to the overall PlayStation audience, it's a drop in the bucket. Let's say that there's 200, 300,000 of the PlayStation 5 Digital Edition 30th Anniversary Limited Edition bundles created. I'm just throwing a number out there. 300,000 consoles sold is innocuous. It's irrelevant in the grand scheme of things to PlayStation's ecosystem in terms of drawing in new people to the audience. It doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. That's why I think people being like, oh, it's just to create the illusion that PlayStation is hotter than it is. Hotter to who? Like, this is your hardcore of the hardcore audience that are picking these items up. Them and scalpers. Why would you try to do something like this? It is just so bewildering to me, and I don't think it's a case of Sony just trying to be super smart and creating something that's limited run to create this illusion. I just think they think that this is the best way to roll it out, where in Japan they're clearly at least doing something, and I would argue that what they're doing in Japan, having 30 hours of game time or whatever, that's a drop in the bucket. Like, bro, that's not enough. You need actual regulation. You need, like, a verified PlayStation account that's been tied to a console or something, and that's had like 500 hours of game time over the course of the last 3 years or something like that. Like, that's not that much. 500 hours sounds like a lot, but if you're promoting these titles to your hardest of hardcore PlayStation audience, it should be something like that, and or having it tied as a PlayStation Stars exclusive item. Now, not everybody has PlayStation Stars, but if you told people upfront, like, hey, this is how you're gonna get it, maybe more people would create a PlayStation Stars account. And I know I'm going on a little bit of a tangent, but it's just unfortunate that this is the reality of items like this. And 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, a lot of people are going to want to dig up and get 30th anniversary items. And what are we going to do? We're going to pay an arm and a leg to get them 20 years from now? Like, ain't nobody trying to do that. Just have it done in a way so the people that it's relevant to are at least going to have the opportunity to get it. But I would also argue that there is no ultimate solution, because even the people that want to get it, that have all intention of keeping the item for themselves, the reality is the scalping market is so enticing that if you got your hands on a 30th anniversary PS5 Pro and then you just see people paying $5,000 for the console and you paid $1,000 for it, you're gonna turn into a scalper. Like, bro, I paid $1,000 for it. I can 5x my money overnight by just selling this thing. Yeah, I want it, but you know what I want more? I want to be able to pay my mortgage and have some fun money left over where I can buy games and do a lot of other things with that money. Like, people that weren't scalpers are gonna be turned into scalpers based on how the market is designed. I would just say, yes, you can make it a limited run, but make a high quantity of them. Why are we limiting this nonsense to 12,300 units for the Pro? Let's make 123,000 units. If you want to keep the nomenclature and the number intact, fine, 123,000 units, or 1.23 million units created. 1.23 million units would be a nice little run for it, and you can make it so that is the PlayStation 5 selling, as far as pros are concerned, for the entirety. And the first run of pros, all the first run of pros are going to have the 30th anniversary design. Like, is anybody going to be like, oh no, I don't like the 30th anniversary design, I'm not going to buy it now? And then you could have adopted to the regular design. There's so many ways ways to circumvent it, but I just feel like Sony's not doing it. But nonetheless, again, this is going to be your last opportunity to get it. And yeah, 7 a.m. Pacific time, 10 a.m. Eastern. Had to go on a little bit of a rant here because, you know, that's just this type of stuff I do. It's 7:30 in the morning, and, you know, this is a little bit earlier than usual that I would be recording videos, but given that this is going to go live at 10 a.m., kind of have to get it up as soon as possible. But that'll be doing it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, thank you for watching. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below, and goodbye.